Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 215 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood. We are your HBCU homeboys. We are here to talk college football.
Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is, Monday Night Raw. We just finished the mic check. If you're listening to the playback of this, we just did a mic check, which is just our Hawks talk. We talked about the last 3 games, as well as the Trae Young trade reaction now that the dust has settled on it. Real good talk. Y'all go and listen. And CJ Stroud, why did you do that? We are also watching the divisional game.
Yikes.
This is being taped during the divisional game. I'm sorry, during the wild card game between the Texans and the Steelers. Steelers are up. I'm sorry, Steelers are down 7-6 to the Texans. Texans were driving. CJ Stroud throws an interception at the 2-yard line.
That's not a penalty?
The way this defense is playing. Huh?
You can just celebrate.
Punt
Punt the ball.
Yeah, they're very lenient on that. The way this defense is playing,
and I'm not a hater, but
should be able to literally score 10 to 15 points and win this game. But CJ Stroud is doing his best throw the ball away, throw the game impression right now.
He might be hey man, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't finna put that in the atmosphere for that young black man, but
but y'all know what it is. So we're gonna get started right now. We about to do NCAA football, and it's only 2 games and 1 left. So we're gonna start out with the semifinals, which was Oregon.
You see my boys won. My boys won. You see it? They got that dub.
Oregon versus Indiana in a game that was never close. Indiana won 56-22. I know some people were picking Oregon.
Not me.
I had to try to remind y'all, Dan Lanning, as head coach of Oregon, has never won in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He's played there now 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. It has been thrashed every single time.
Unmercifully this time. Oregon, y'all got your ass whooped the entire game. 22-56 don't really do the game justice. It was closer to like 70-56 the way y'all got beat. They beat the entire hell out of you. And I'm so happy that my Indiana Hoosiers are playing so well now. They definitely the number 1 team in the country, and I don't see how anybody could not believe that. I'm gonna come right on here and say, hey, Cincinnati has made me a believer. I respect that man. I respect his game. I was unfamiliar. It was a hill that I died on. I'm gonna leave that in 2025. In 2026,
I'm resurrected in a Hoosier uniform.
Right. I am a believer. I don't even remember Bobby Knight. Oh, this coach, Kurt Cincinnati, is the only coach I know from Indiana. Indiana's best football program in I was about to say in the NFL, Lord.
So this game started when you say that Oregon was beat from the whole game, we mean from the first play of the game was a pick 6.
Rooter to tutor.
The first play of the game was a pick 6, and Dante Moore, for all of that talk, one thing you don't really hear about from Indiana is a lot of talking. Ain't really a lot of talking. Ain't really a lot of discussing what was in the past. It is what it is. Oregon was out there with giving all the bulletin board material. Dante Moore said, hey, I was nervous last game. It's not going to be like that this game. Blase. Let me tell you who looked nervous this game. Dante Moore. Not only did he have
you could have tricked off some money, possibly.
Right, or the way you played. But they had a fumble where the running back hit his arm as they were throwing. The defense is absolutely destroying Oregon, who is supposed to be the more physical front line. They're supposed to be bigger and stronger. And I want to give a shout out to this man, Bryant Haynes. Bryant Haynes is Indiana's defensive coordinator. He is also the linebackers coach, and he has an aggressive illusion style defense where he is basically confusing you. And
punching you in the face simultaneously.
Whooped their ass. Not just the scheme, the players too, because they was whooping your ass and they could not block them. And once they get you into like 3rd and 6 and beyond, you just go ahead. You might as well go ahead and punt.
Right.
I ain't gonna say Miami needs to punt. I'm just saying in this game, Oregon, you might as well just go ahead and punt, bro. It was absolutely awful to watch. And then it just ran the ball down your throat.
Yeah, this did not make it the full. Y'all know I got big TV, little TV. This got the little TV real quick, boy. Real quick.
I know where it's going.
Oh, man, just put this on over here. I can watch it, but not, it's over. Oregon, you got some soul searching to do.
Before we move on.
No,
we'll say what you're gonna say, but don't move on. I got a question for you.
Yeah, I'm not. The other part about this is this where y'all are? You know, I kind of put teams in a club. Y'all will never get into the section group. Y'all always going to be, y'all will be in the section group. Y'all can get to the semifinals, quarterfinals, but you're never going to get on stage. And by stage, I mean getting to a national championship and winning one. It looks like y'all are just happy being the 4th to 8th team in the country every year. And it's been different coaches, same result. And I don't think you can get rid of Dan Lanning and get a better coach either.
No, Dan Lanning will go to Alabama. That's the only way you probably get another coach.
But Oregon, you can't.
Or he goes to the NFL. Or he goes to the NFL. No, you're not gonna fire him. He just goes to the NFL. Boy, they whooping Aaron Rodgers' ass, bro. I'm paying attention. They hitting him every play. Bigger question for you. He 40.
Hey, you might need some ayahuasca. Then he had hit you with that guardian cap too, boy. He hit you with that Wayne head. Oh my God!
Back to the game before we move on. Bigger frauds: Oregon or Alabama?
That's a nuance.
Alabama had the tougher schedule.
Are we talking about overall? Or are we talking about just this season specifically?
This season.
Oh, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, they twins. Nope, Oregon. It's definitely Oregon. Because, God damn. They will pour all the land sharks into the goblet of fire. Oregon, for sure. Like, Bama had questions going in. Are they even a playoff team? That was never a question for Oregon. So, Alabama getting in there and then being not as good as advertised. I always told you how I felt about Ty Simpson, but I didn't think that the running game would just be that weak. Oregon had the facade of we're going to be there all season to not be there.
I think Alabama played a tougher schedule. And I know y'all gonna hate on the SEC and all that other stuff that y'all be crying about in the group chat. But if you look at the schedule, Oregon ain't play nobody. They ain't really play nobody other than Indiana. But there's no difference to me between Oregon. It
don't matter anymore, Reggie, because Indiana clearly proves you don't have to play anybody all season, and you can still be ready to punch people in the face as soon as it's time to.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Alabama, Oregon. Ask people, I'm going to be honest. That's the only thing I know how to do. Do I think the Indiana played a weak-ass regular season schedule? Absolutely. Have they shown what it's taken between the conference championship and the playoffs? Absolutely. This team is good as advertised. I still don't think I was wrong for not believing in them. But once again, once you've given me the proof, I have to believe you.
I don't know. They've lost one game in 2 years. If there were any other team that had done that, I think you would have believed in them.
Yeah, but I would have to go back and look at the schedule from last year. But I think the schedule was very similar.
I don't think that would matter. I think if any other team, I could be wrong. I'm telling you what I think of you. So of course you know you better than anybody else.
Right.
But I think if any other team goes 21, 24-1, then
I don't know.
Whatever they are, I think you would give them way more respect than you did.
If Illinois did that, I would have said the same thing about Illinois, because I ultimately thought the Indiana and Illinois were the same team.
Oh,
if Illinois did, if
63 to
Illinois,
whatever that was, told me that they were nowhere near each other.
but what I'm saying is, had Illinois played the season they had last year, the Indiana had, and then played it again, I would be saying the same thing about it. 1,000%. I would have said the same thing about Illinois. 1,000,000%.
That's fair. And Mendoza, man, he's efficient. He is the Sheldon Cooper Big Bang Theory reference, and there's a reason I use Sheldon Cooper because they are the same person.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
They are the same person, and he has a laser focus. I love the story of his parents. I almost shed a tear when they said his dad doesn't stand up because his mom can't because of her condition. So when they celebrate,
they seem like good people. I will give them that.
I was already a little drunk, so I was like, man, why y'all do that? I had to go hit the punching bag a couple times. But shout out, ain't really nothing to talk about with this one. There's nothing about Oregon that we could talk about this game. There was nothing about Oregon that we saw that was good. Nothing.
And I think that means it's time to move on.
Now Norwood was right. I gotta give you your credit. You said get your wings, get your beer, make sure you are sedentary for this game because Ole Miss versus Miami was a barn burner. And Miami pulled it out 31-27. And it was a great game.
With a questionable pass interference call at the very end of that game that I'm sure it was pass interference. You had him by the nape of his You had him by the nape of his neck for 10 yards.
10 yards.
Like this. Just holding on for dear life. That was 1,000% a pass interference call. I actually appreciate Warren Sapp being transparent and saying, no, that was one of the worst calls I've ever seen. And non-calls that I've ever seen. And it just was. And
karma. Because Ohio State game, that was not pass interference.
Right.
And I made them lose that national championship.
And I think that potentially could have put them in the space as good as they were playing. Ole Miss, and I have a ton of respect for Miami because they are hitters. Hitters. I told y'all last week, the cocaine is back. I still believe it. Simmons.
Trinidad Chambliss telling the blitzer, I see you, come on, and then throw a touchdown to take the lead. This is high-level football. Ole Miss just ran out of gas. Ran out of time. Ran out of gas. Miami's physical. I gotta say this because I be on TikTok because I'm in. Shout out to Rye Dog. I was in the Miami fans TikTok lives, and I've been talking a lot. I ain't gonna say trash, just giving a lot of facts about Carson Beck and the offense.
Right.
How they took the ball out of Carson Beck's hands. How they throw nothing but screens and slants and outs. Like they don't really go down the field. And
we've been waiting for a Carson Beck game, to be completely honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat and tell y'all that we've been waiting on it.
And they did. Essentially, they for most of the game, they ran the ball and got into third and short. And really, this game was a defensive game until like the midway through the third quarter. Then it just turned up. But like for the first half, it was kind of a defensive game. Miami tried to out physical Ole Miss, and Ole Miss said no. And then Ole Miss tried to go hyper speed, and Miami said no. But I got to give it to Carson Beck. He came through in the clutch. Downfield throws, deep passes in the second half. And then when all else fails, just give it to Tony. You can get it to Tony. He gonna make it.
Hey man, the Tony brothers have done great for Florida football. Kadarius at Florida, Malachi at Miami. Kudos. Shout out to y'all, mama.
Are they brothers? I thought they were cousins.
I think they're brothers. I feel very confident they are brothers.
Yeah.
Also, Trinidad was not given an extra year. Yes, Trinidad. Yeah, I was about to cuss. I'll go everything. But he was not given another year, so I assume that means he goes into the draft. I wonder
if he appealed it.
You think
that was part of? They knew he was going to get denied, so now they're appealing it.
Okay. I mean, either way, but I mean, I think that he should be a solid draft prospect in this draft specifically, where there are not a lot of quarterbacks.
Like 5'10". Like he's 5'10", 5. He like Russell Wilson, essentially.
Hey, you see how that worked out? I mean,
It works. It works.
Kyler Tua. I mean, he's cheaper. I think that I think that there's at least, and once again, I'll take him as a backup. You never know what. Hey, quarterbacks, you need them, and then if you get in the right system, and by the right system, I mean if you get to the Rams or Frisco, you'll be a world beater. I don't care who you are. He big. He tall as Brock Purdy.
Yeah, but right. I mean, you can't go now. You'll definitely be a backup because we'll get to it. Brock cooking.
Right.
I
was talking about with the Rams. The Rams.
Oh, with the Rams.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
He's not long for,
they got
this NFL.
He got steady, and Matt gonna look out for Stet right now. So,
McVay didn't become a kingmaker by emotions.
You understand relationships. Steady there because of UGA. He's also from Georgia, where McVay was Player of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. So now this sets up Ole Miss versus Indiana.
Punch fest, baby. We gonna punch on each other.
Old school slobber knocker football, bro. We gonna hit you, and you gonna. This basically a boxing match. This heavyweight fight from the 80s. We don't really have any razzle dazzle. Neither of these teams ran any type of trick plays. There was no double reverse pass. None of that. We run dive, sweep, play action, screen. That's what we running. And I can't wait because Miami's offensive line is massive. They have 6'9", number 70, who's like 375 pounds. And they have to go against this illusion defense for Indiana that confuses everybody. But the way that you beat confusion is run right at them.
We came to fight.
I can't wait for it. You have the veteran team versus the team that's not supposed to be there, according to some people, and more physical team.
Wait, which team is not supposed to be there? I feel like there are people who believe that neither one of these teams is supposed to be here.
Miami. Everybody, people still think that some people think Notre Dame deserved it over Miami. But you can't say that now. They in the national championship game. And I do not believe Notre Dame would have made the national championship game.
I think that Notre Dame and Oregon are cousins. Y'all gonna get here and trick it off like you always do.
Yeah. Indiana's the veteran team, 42 players, 23 or 24 years old. The average player, they are basically a semi-pro team. The average age of this team is 23 years old. They are the portal fail. And then Miami has all the Florida guys. They got a lot of people to stay home.
Are you talking about the same portal that Dabo Swinney said he wasn't gonna get in?
Huh?
The same portal Dabo Swinney said he wasn't gonna get in.
Dabo killing the portal while you quiet, while you joking. He's smoking the portal right now. Him and Georgia Tech, but we'll get there. Miami's the more physical team, run oriented behind a big offensive line. They're going to try to impose their will. I'm interested. To me, I do like Miami's offense versus Indiana's defense, but I really want to see Indiana's offense versus a team that is going to hit you in the mouth. I want to see them try to out physical Miami, which is very difficult to do. But that's how they play.
These are two teams that don't mind a good fight, and that makes a lot of what you want to see. Right.
Two people that don't like to fight, that don't mind fight.
Right. I got time. Me too. Oh, get back. Move. Let them hit. Let them hit.
I don't know who to pick for. We'll do that on Saturday. I got to think about this more. I got to figure out where your angles are to win this game. Like, I got to sit down and look at it. But this is going to be a fun game to watch. If you like football. If you don't like football and you're a casual fan, you might just be here for the vibes, and that's fine.
The vibes gonna be immaculate too. Mike Irv gonna make sure the vibes is immaculate.
Oh, let me tell you, Mike Irv gonna have you out there. He gonna have you out there.
Ooh, OG Irv finna make sure that thing turn up the right way.
Cocaine. But that's really it for college football. If you got any other thoughts before you want to move on to Falcons focus in NFL?
Nah, I'm just really happy that my Indiana Hoosiers are playing the best football of any football team in the country. I really appreciate the Kurt Cincinnati being such a focused leader. He's really lifted that team to places that even I somehow could not believe that they would get to. But no, and I will say this now that we kind of coming to the end of the season. Indiana has been fun for me. You got to have somebody out there who like, oh no, that's a part of potting for me is being wrong. I know y'all like when I'm wrong. It's funny. The TikToks go up. If I'm crazy or if I'm wrong, the TikToks go up. So that's a part of it. I appreciate them being the team for this year. And I mean, once again, I'm not a fool. If you prove to me that you are who you say you are, I believe you. In Indiana, I do believe you.
With that being said, we're going to move on, ladies and gentlemen, to NFL. Wild card weekend. Wild card weekend. We're gonna start with the Saturday games. First game, the Rams over the Panthers. I think the name of this title for this game is Snatch Their Hearts. The Panthers played valiantly. They played tough. The Panthers played tough. They scored with 2 minutes left. Matt Stafford told Devontae Adams, all right, let's go snatch their hearts, and proceeded to drive down the field and score with less than a minute left to snatch the Panthers' heart. And was also awarded the MVP.
Was he? You think so?
Yeah.
I think Drake May's gonna get it.
The MVP of the league.
I think Drake May's gonna get it. I think it makes more sense for the NFL for Drake May to get it too. Matt Stafford's on the tail end. If you can kind of make Drake May into your, especially in Patriots, it's a good story to sell. I want to say a couple things. Number one, if you're a Panthers fan, you got to be damn proud of your squad. They played their ass off.
Not be a naysayer at all.
Right. I will say this, now that it's over, Panthers are the best team in the NFC South, bar none, this season. Next season, you got a whole nother fight. But this season, y'all were the best team. And if not for the Rams' 800 years of experience, y'all almost beat them. The Rams, hey, man, the Panthers got y'all number. And I don't know exactly how to feel about that going into the season. That would have been a joke. Now we got to put respect on the Panthers' name. I really wish they had won it. I think they played a hell of a game. The Rams did it with experience. Congratulations, experience, and they have a good team. But I didn't think that you would get 31 points out of the Panthers. Also, I think Ted McMillan
did it with Puka Nacua.
That too.
Puka went crazy. Is this another pick?
Yeah.
Pick 6. Oh, we getting disrespectful.
Oh, well,
let's get disrespectful. Let's get disrespectful, Houston.
Hey, throw Rogan. Take your old ass home, boy. Go home. So
go home, be happily married, brother.
you was questioning retirement. Well, let me tell you.
Go ahead, straighten out that question mark. Turn it to an exclamation.
Right. And then, the only question now is who is his wife? Because that was never released. Steelers going home.
She might not exist. Might be Metateo on them drugs out there now. He on.
And I will say this is unfortunate because for the majority of the game, this is a misnomer. You're gonna look at this game and say 30-6. This game for the vast majority was 7-6.
Not a misnomer for me. I was just waiting on the shoe to drop. I knew Pittsburgh wasn't going to do nothing on offense, and I was just waiting on the Houston defense to figure out, okay, we got to win the game.
Hey, also,
Rock called them Pittsburgh. Ooh.
Well, that's one of their big rivals. What else? Oh, great job on trading DK Metcalf, and I don't know how you feel about that.
There's a whole lot of high-paid receivers dropping the ball this weekend. But
Right.
back to the Rams and the Panthers. Panthers played well enough to win. Bryce Young has also made me
Pay him.
not necessarily a believer, but I think with this coaching staff and the way that they play football, I think that he fits for this offensive scheme. He is still small, and on the interception, he had to jump to throw the ball. And I think that's a problem. And I don't understand why they did not use Rico Dowdell.
Did y'all see that?
No. Oh, the extra point?
He get that shit straight. It went under the, what was that? Boy, you better be glad y'all winning. They would have cut your ass about that too, boy. Oh my God.
But I think I don't understand what the Panthers were doing without running the ball. Rico Dowdell only got 5 carries for 9 yards. This is the same Rico Dowdell that rushed
for the past 2 years in a row,
200-yard games or something like that, and then they just give the ball to Chuba Hubbard, which I don't understand that. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. And he's already told y'all I'm out. Right. So I think y'all got some soul searching to do with what type of team you want to be. But I think the defense is there for sure.
Yeah.
I think y'all just ran into the Rams. This was the worst.
You gotta figure something out. Xavier Legette, you're a streamer now. You're a podcaster now. Give up football, boy. It's over. Best thing you could do is make sure that people knew who you were before you left the game. Consider yourself out the door, because if you can't play receiver for the Panthers, they're not going to let you play anywhere else.
Oh, they got
you a horse. And Coker. Let me tell you, quietly, one of the best mid-season transactions is getting that guy. Yep. They knew it. That's the reason let's go ahead and pay him now. And everybody's like, why would you do this
mid-season? They drafted that dude.
Fair enough. I was wrong. But great addition. Panthers. And I will say this in closing. I think the NFC South has a lot. And in the past, we've been a joke. I think going forward, 8 and 9 might be a thing because you might have 3 or 4 really good teams in the NFC South. I think the Saints.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say 8 and 9 is acceptable at all.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think the Bucs are a really good team. Like roster-wise, I think they're the best team.
Maybe
they got better.
Next year it won't be. They old.
I will say that. We got to see. I think that the Falcons, y'all know I believe that my team has an excellent roster. I think that the Panthers have started doing some of the right things. And I think that, I know you don't love Bryce Young, but I think that that's now like the NFL, NBA kind of similar. If I don't have to pay through the nose to my quarterback, then I can spread this out equally across this team. And I think that could help them. So you don't have to pay the quarterback $50 million, $60 million. Nah, I can pay him $35, $40 million. I can get him some receivers. I already got him one. I got him 2. And we can just, and we can figure out, we can spend the money and figure it out the right way and not be a slave to one guy. I think they could be solid. And I told y'all, I think that the Saints, they're going to have some cap space because they finally done with all the Derek Carr money. I think that they need to cut all them old dudes. And I think Tyler Shuck is going to be okay.
Let it go. Hey, I know you said you want to finish your career with the Saints.
Oh, Alvin Kamara.
Go ahead and retire then. Because either way, you on the first thing.
You're leaving. You're leaving. Either you're going to somewhere else or you're going home. But you can't stay here. Can't do it.
Now, let me think. Bills, Jags, 49ers, Eagles. This probably was the game of the weekend. The Bears versus the Packers. The Packers. I picked the Packers to win. I think you picked the Bears. The Packers literally lost the game in the exact same way that they lost the week before. The exact same way, except for it wasn't overtime, it was in regulation. You had a big lead up until 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You were up by multiple scores. You allowed the Bears to come back. And then Caleb makes an amazing throw on fourth down to keep the drive going. You get out coached, and they hit DJ Moore for the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I know some people in the group who did not believe in Caleb Williams. I think you let that go. I think that team is a good team and should be a good team for the foreseeable future. I think they still got some moves to make, but I think that, and it's not saying a lot, but it is saying something. He's going to, prayerfully, as long as he continues to have a good career, he's going to be the best quarterback in Bears history since like Jim McMahon, if he can just be okay.
What do you mean, since Jim McMahon? Just take that part off.
I mean, didn't they won a Super Bowl with Jim McMahon? So I'm not going to do that.
And William,
you're right.
Refrigerator Perry, and
shout out.
That's who they were. And of course, our guy, Mr. Jackson State, Walter Payton, but he didn't even get a touchdown in that game because of the coaching staff. But yeah, Jim McMahon was John Parker Wilson. He was an Alabama quarterback.
I agree,
the early
but
Alabama saving quarterbacks.
It was great. He has a ton of poise. He don't mind a 2-minute drill. He flourishes there, and
very clutch.
I like the. But I also want to say I like the Packers too. I really like that we have a bunch of young black quarterbacks, and they can all throw the ball well. They're also mobile, and they all look like they're going to be places for the foreseeable future. I think that you're going to get plenty of Jordan Love versus Caleb Williams games going forward.
24, 46, 323, 4 touchdowns. I didn't realize that. Yeah, LaFleur, you messed that up. Y'all should have ran the ball. Question for you.
Shoot.
I know they said that they're working on an extension now. Are the Packers committed to Matt LaFleur? Because I think he's interested in the Atlanta job.
Quiet. Don't matter. No. Michael Parsons said, I came here for Matt LaFleur. Just end the conversation.
Oh, they didn't have Michael Parsons. And quietly, the defense played better than I thought. They played very well for 3.5 quarters. And then they just didn't close. You turned from the Green Bay Packers to the Cincinnati Bengals defense.
Correct.
And you can't do that. And you can't have a play where the game is on the line and there's no DB near the receiver.
Correct.
I don't care how great of a play that is designed and how many setup plays they had. You can't have that.
But no, you can't get rid of Matt LaFleur for 2 reasons. I don't think that you should be able. I don't think if I'm Jordan Love, what you replacing him with? This guy,
you'd have to get an offensive coach. But I mean, you're right.
But no. You can't get an offensive coach. What can you get that's better than Matt LaFleur? And tell me what you think is out there that's better than Matt LaFleur. It's available.
It wouldn't be because the coach is better. It would just be time for a change. Is what that's what they were saying. I don't know if it happens, but I would like to see LaFleur in Green Bay because this LaFleur Johnson hate is box office.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that would be wise for them. Right. Yeah, and I definitely don't think you can fire him before you see what Michael Parsons looks like for a full season either. So no, I don't think so. I think that they said that from what I read, they are in the process of talking about an extension. I mean, as much as I love my Atlanta Falcons, Matt LaFleur, are you gonna leave the Packers for the Falcons?
Well, it'd be Matt Ryan, familiarity. I mean, it would basically be the Super Bowl staff. Because if he brings Matt LaFleur, you probably bring in McDaniels as your offensive coordinator. And you would have Ulbrich there as your defensive coordinator. That would be the staff.
Yeah, me too, J-Rob. I like it. I would like it for us, but I mean, I'm also a realist. Like, I'm not gonna just We're not at the Packers right now. We're not there yet. Now, can we be there? Yes, but I mean, what is worst come to worst? Sign the extension, play another year, and then just leave. At least wait for Michael Penix to get healthy. But this is a good one. Moving right on here.
Oh, okay. This probably was the game of Sunday. Look, man.
Me and Reggie
Ryan
told
Clark
y'all
said
on
it.
Saturday.
Huh?
Me and Reggie told y'all on Saturday. We did not feel confident about this game. We did not. It just wasn't there. And we said, do the Eagles have the best roster? Absolutely. But we didn't feel confident that they would get it done because it seems like everybody on that team hates each other. And boy, let me tell you, the hatred was there in live living color. As y'all can see right here, Kev, the man in the back, fire the OC and the head coach. Everybody's incompetent. I am inclined to agree. I don't have an answer for why your team stinks because the roster is unbelievable. And yet somehow,
go ahead, finish your thought.
And somehow every game that they play, they never looked like they were going to win or if they really wanted to win. I don't really know what to say about this.
First off, Ryan Clark said this on ESPN, and I wholeheartedly agree. If there is something called a lifetime contract, it needs to go to Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is an amazing coach.
Kingmaker. Address him properly, Reggie. Kingmaker.
No, I'm going to call him MacGyver. He went in there with Christian McCaffrey, a piece of gum, a paperclip, a shoestring, and a toilet roll.
Left with a dub.
And left with a W. Let me tell you, Brock Purdy was 18 of 31 for 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey, 15 carries for 48 yards. But what did I tell you Shanahan does? What did I tell y'all? Because he did it against the Falcons with less. They didn't even have Jawan Jennings against us and beat us a lot. He figures out who you can't guard. He creates a mismatch, and he presses that button over and over and over. George Kittle, who's first team All-Pro tight end, I believe.
Achilles gone.
Tore his Achilles, so he was out.
Oh, he done.
So who else you got to throw the ball to? Let me tell you who we got. Demarcus Robinson. Y'all remember him? He played for the Kansas City Chiefs a while back. 6 catches, 111 yards, 18.5 yard average with a 61-yard touchdown thrown in.
Jawan Jennings. Most passing yards from a non-quarterback. What?
Christian McCaffrey. 6 catches, 66 yards, and 2 touchdowns. When the game got close, Kyle Shanahan said, you know what? I ain't got nothing to lose. Kyle Shanahan with house money is a scary thing because I'm going to call a double reverse pass from Jawan Jennings to Christian McCaffrey.
And you got Trent over there just icing it. Whatever's going to go, don't worry about it. We good. I'll fix it. But I've always said that about the 49ers.
Philly defense, y'all was jumping up and down, getting all in Trent face, talking all that trash. Trent shut all that right on down.
49ers not looking for stars. They're looking for their guys. And if they can get their guys, then they'll win because they know how to implement their guys in a manner to be successful. I'm not looking for, if I get a star like Christian McCaffrey, this is what it looks like. But I can also identify the guys that make my team successful. So no matter what, we're going to go to the playoffs.
Eagles fans, I know y'all saying fire the coach in the OC.
Fire! Boom, boom, boom.
But we're going to have a conversation about Jalen Hurts, y'all.
You mean the conversation we had a couple of years ago when they tried to convince us he was a top 5 quarterback, and we were like, excuse me, say what?
And y'all going to have to figure out what you going to do with AJ.
Well, you going to fire the staff, or you going to trade, but you can't trade AJ because he costs so much. Woo!
You can't fire AJ Brown or trade him because it's $50 million or $40-something million to the cap or whatever crazy number it is. As much as they keep telling everybody that they're all in a great space offensively, Jalen Hurts only takes chances by throwing the ball to Dallas Goedert. Now, I do believe the OC should get fired because that 4th down play, you called all verticals and a seam to the – that's a Madden call. That's a Madden call. That's a Madden call when you get up to the line and
y'all don't stop saying that, though. A lot of these teams really be used in video games. And I will say video games do be accurate because people have an expectation that they're constantly updated. You can't be – the video game culture not going to let you just have somebody be terrible and they actually be good.
Yeah, sure. Listen, the Kingmakers you talking about, I don't think they use Madden playbooks. So
Joe Mazzulla
for Madden
2K, they do badges. He said that. I gotta go back and look. There is somebody.
So throwing 4 verticals on 4th and whatever it was, 4th and 10, throwing 4 verticals in a seam to Goddard. Just it didn't make sense. There's no threat over them. Goddard ain't outrunning nobody. I didn't understand it, and I was like, "Oh well, this is absolutely awful." Franchise mode activated. Yeah, this is absolutely awful. And I think I typed it as soon as he hiked
Norwood the ball. 2K, baby, you know what it is.
Soon as he hiked the ball, I said, "Oh, this is a terrible play. This is a terrible play." And they feed Saquon, who had 26 carries for 106 yards. And something else about Jalen Hurts is he seems a step slower. His acceleration to get out of the pocket and do what he needs to do. I don't know if he needs to lose a couple pounds or whatever, but he seems like he's running in mud. His acceleration is no longer there. And I don't know if that's because he added weight to do the tush push or whatever. God, that sounds, let's pause that statement. But
brother, what have you said?
Missing Lane Johnson was a big deal because they really couldn't. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how
they need a new coach. Let's be real. We can look at different things, X, Y, and Z. It is their team hates each other. You have a questionable quarterback to receiver relationship. You have a questionable receiver to head coach relationship. You have a questionable coach to offense and offensive coordinator. And that's the reason that even if you build the best team in the world, if you play against a team who's on one accord, even if your roster, and I think the roster for the Eagles is 10 times better than the Niners. But if we playing together, then you're going to lose. That's what this is. And the more that I talk about it, the more that it's very clear the answer is to fire the coach and the offensive coordinator. Those are the guys who get this team together and organize the team. You're right. Sirianni and I can't remember the other dude's name. He ain't my guy. He got to go. That's the only answer.
But if you're going to do it, you need to do it now before all these coaches get hired.
Right. But this is the other part. I think if people fire Nick Sirianni, there ain't going to be no big, I gotta have him. I definitely don't want him in Atlanta. You can't manage relationships at all, brother. I'm good. Don't call us.
You know, that sounds like to me, don't you? Cleveland. Come on down.
I ain't even gonna wish that on them people.
I ain't gonna wish it upon them, but that's a Cleveland move.
Right. And he was good. He did win a Super Bowls. You're right. When you're right, you ain't wrong. But
so, I mean, that was a great game. Shout out to Shanahan. Now you guys got to play the Seattle Seahawks, which, again, as good as Seattle is, you have to beat a divisional opponent. Playing a divisional opponent in the playoffs is very difficult.
This is where their luck is. Like the 49ers are themselves. They do this every year. They get to this next step, and then they're like, oh, well, we just don't have enough, and we lose. And it's like, oh, do it again next year.
So they either lose here or they make it to the Super Bowl. There's no in between.
Right.
There's no in between.
But either way, you don't win. And then people are going to be like, well, eventually you're going to have to pay for a real quarterback. And they won't. Just like the Ravens won't pay for a real wide receiver.
But next game. We're going Bills, Jags, or Pats, Chargers?
Yeah.
Bills, Jags.
I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all what gonna happen. Trevor Lawrence. Y'all believed in him all season. Y'all came here jump bad on me. Oh, look at Trevor Lawrence. Oh, we gonna win. Every year, same thing. Football ain't new. You know who you are. You know who you playing against. It ain't gonna be no different. Trevor Lawrence, I ain't even looking at his stats. If y'all watch the game,
3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Should have threw 5. What do I tell y'all? Pay him again. Extend him since y'all believe in him. Soon as y'all had to play a real quarterback, you lost. Now what y'all got? Y'all got more expectations than optimism next season. The expectation is to play that way again. It ain't going to be there. And as long as you got Trevor Lawrence, you got a quick trip home. And I told y'all that. And it ain't new, and it ain't surprising. Just like the 49ers ain't never going to get a real quarterback, and the Ravens ain't going to get no real wide receivers, Trevor Lawrence has been a scam, going to stay a scam. He a Nigerian prince. I hate when y'all prove me right, but I like when y'all prove me right too. What you got to say, Reggie? And Trevor. Cut this up. Clip this for the Jacksonville fans since y'all want everything else. Jump bad on Trevor. TikTok, talk crazy.
I think we were in the group when Josh Allen took the lead 27-24, and I was like, it all comes down to Trevor Lawrence, and I was like, I don't know if he got it in him.
Why do you think he did?
Because that pick, the first pick I was like, come on, man. And he just wasn't playing as well as I thought he should have played. I think Jacksonville's defense actually played
phenomenal.
Pretty well.
Phenomenal.
But you allowed 2 interceptions, one to seal the game. And I think I said, matter of fact, let me finish my thought. I said, yo, he has to come down and win the game. I don't know if he can do that in the playoffs. And the very next pass, he throws an interception. He throws it in triple coverage.
I told y'all.
And I was like, come on, man. You set your,
let you down. He ain't gonna let me down.
You are a more expensive Blake Bortles. You are the reason that this team can't get over the hump.
He is the hump. And y'all talk so bad about
that defense. I watched that game. The only thing that defense couldn't stop, really. Well, first off, before I go even in on Jacksonville, I need to say this to Buffalo. Receivers. It may have been Josh Allen. It may have been coaching. I don't know. But I was unfamiliar with your game, Khalil Shakir.
I kept telling y'all.
Absolutely torched the Jaguars. And yes, I know it's only 82 yards receiving. But he had 12 catches on 12 targets.
When you needed him, you threw him the ball. He caught the ball. That's what you need.
That's an ass whooping if you're a DB. To have you guarding somebody
12 for 12. Every time he threw it your way, he called it. You didn't stop him once.
That means every time he got the ball, it was 7 yards. He averaged 6.8 yards a carry. Every time. Every 2 times he touched the ball was a first down. Khalil Shakir. We had a Keon Coleman sighting. 1 catch, 36 yards. That was really clutch and a touchdown.
Big catch. I do think that he's out of there, but somebody is going to kick the tires on that, and I would be interested.
Keenan Allen. Yeah. You should go study under Keenan Allen today. That's who he should study under.
Hey, you interested in coming to Atlanta, brother? We love to have you.
The Jaguars, what they did was focus on the run, and they held the rushing champ to 15 carries for 46 yards. They held the Buffalo Bills under 79 yards. But we are now dealing with ascended Josh Allen. Ascended Josh Allen means y'all just go ahead and put whoever on the field with me, and we're going to figure out a way to get it done. And he did. So kudos to you, Buffalo. Kudos to you. Shame on you, Trevor Lawrence. I think they had a couple drop passes in there. Parker Washington. Y'all better pay him if you ain't paid him yet. Y'all better pay him. But you can't have your second leading receiver be Travis Etienne. Like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? What we doing? Y'all got Brian Thomas Jr. and Jacoby Myers out there. What y'all doing?
Well, I think it's at least 2028. They're going to be doing the same thing with their quarterback. I love it, though. I love it. I love the fact that y'all stomped me out all year. Oh, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an idiot. He doesn't know anything about ball. Now, here you are.
In the comments.
Funny how that works out, Jacksonville. You want to know what the funny part is? These are the same fucking talking points from last year. You know what? Next year, it's time to recycle. Re-fucking cycle. You're going to be the same people. The same.
Put my faith in you. You let me down.
I wouldn't get that one. I know. And I told, and you know what the funny part is? You have more faith in this one than the Eagles, which you also we picked.
No, I the Eagles was a coin flip for me because I didn't.
But this one you believed, and I said, "Oh no, it's Trevor Lawrence, baby."
They were supposed to be so much better, and Parker Washington was good. But how do you only throw to Brian Thomas Jr.? Listen, we would love to have you in Atlanta.
Oh no,
I don't know how that works, but we would love to have you here because obviously you do not have a place in that offense.
Yes, you do. Watching Trevor Lawrence try to throw it to the other people.
Oh, you need to play DB? That's why Travis. That's why Travis playing DB position.
Fine.
I'm gonna get the ball one way or another in practice. Either you gonna throw it to me on offense or throw it to me on defense.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's certain things that I'm committed to that I'm just gonna be wrong about from time to time. But I'm gonna be right about some shit. And one thing that I've been right about since being able to be right was Trevor Lawrence. He also is a Nigerian prince. So it's now, a scam, baby.
Now you got Buffalo that advances. And the dream is alive, Buffalo. The dream is alive. If Josh Allen pulls this off, because I think they have to go to they're the 7th seed, right?
Hey, lock in. Check us out on Saturday where we will pick these games.
Ooh, never mind. Bills got to go to the Broncos. Now, Josh Allen, you pull that off.
You're going home, brother. You're going home.
Saturday, it don't even matter. Saturday, I'll let you know now.
You're going home.
But
go ahead and tell you, hey, you got a beautiful old lady. She pregnant. You finna get plenty of time to spend with her.
You definitely gonna be there.
Congratulations. You're going home.
You ain't about to miss Nathan.
Nate, you're gonna be there for all the Lamaze classes, gender reveal. You're available.
And then, of course, in the world's most boring game that we knew was gonna happen, the Patriots beat the Chargers 16-3. the Chargers just didn't have anything. It's just you don't have your tackles. You don't have Justin Herbert is there. I forgot that he has surgery on his hand. You're
In
in
December.
Foxborough, which was difficult to play in if you're
Impossible.
healthy.
And especially if you've been playing in LA. Now you in. I don't know what y'all expect. Now, I want to be very clear before I start this. Justin Herbert is Matt Ryan. That's who he is. He is not Peyton Manning. He is not Tom Brady. He's not Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he's Joe Burrows. He's Matt Ryan. Phillip Rivers. I will be one of the best guys, and I may win an MVP one season. But the Super Bowl will evade me. I will chase the Super Bowl. It will run faster. This year, the broke hand, I know it's not his throwing hand, but still, you had surgery in December. Now you're playing quarterback. Damn near impossible. My protector is gone with a high ankle sprain for the season in Joe Alt. My number one running back blew his face off with fireworks. At that point, I should have known this season wasn't my season. The guy we drafted, the number 2 running back,
broke his ankle.
This just wasn't in the cards for me. Now, y'all can say, oh, well, we're going to hold you accountable, but for what? What is the expectation for Justin Herbert?
Eventually, you have to start winning in the playoffs. And to me, that loss, that blowing that 33-point lead or 28-point lead against Trevor Lawrence, I think added a lot of question marks to Justin Herbert. I think that would have done it. I think that started it for sure. Now, you're right. This year almost is a mulligan. You overachieved. To lose a top 5 offensive tackle, 2
right.
top 10 offensive tackles. Because Joe Alt is mighty
and
dope.
2 RBs. Now you hear Omarion Hampton. Like, bro, this is me on the offense now. It's just me and the receivers. And these receivers.
You had to wait for Quentin Johnson to learn how to catch again.
Right.
And you had Ladd, who is a good slot receiver, but he has to have somebody else on the outside. You right. And hey, valiant effort. You played tough. But this, I told y'all
can be mad, but there is
Milton.
There is no replacement for Justin Herbert. Those guys are not available. What you can get is you can get a Tua. You get a Kyler Murray. Take those guys. You get a Geno Smith. You might be like best case scenario. You get you a Mac Jones.
But if I'm Justin Herbert, I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going there. So you're right. But also shout out to, the Patriots played a really good game on defense. They blanketed everywhere. Chargers going to bring in Monken if UGA doesn't get him.
I don't hate it.
That's not bad, but I hope Monken learn from his mistakes. But Monken definitely likes Ladd, and I think he would be able to do it. But this Patriots defense played really well. I don't want to take everything away from them and say that it was all on the Chargers. The Patriots defense is good. The Patriots defense is good.
We told y'all that last year.
They also have had a pillow schedule, and then you get a divisional round where you play a guy that has nobody on the team. So now we about to see, because now you got to play this Texans team. So we're gonna figure out how good this offense is
And I think that you got the unfortunate thing that I think that CJ probably used his bad game in this game. I don't foresee him coming back and looking like this again. So
This would be
the time,
this would be the game that definitely takes him to the next echelon of quarterback.
right?
This could be
All
it.
right, y'all got me last time, sure. I hope he don't play like this again. Prayerfully, I mean,
No,
to be
he wouldn't
completely honest,
do that. And Vrabel's the guy to make you do it now.
right? I agree.
And then, so that it's gonna be a good game. And we could talk about CJ. We've been talking about it throughout the game, throughout this podcast. For those that are listening back, the Texans are for real. We've been saying it this whole win streak that they've
Texans
been on.
defense is for real. What we just saw today from an offense leaves a
Well,
lot to be
Nico
desired.
Collins got a concussion, which is going to be interesting because I don't know if you're ready to come back in the cold with a concussion, brother. You better put on that Guardian cap.
Hey, whatever it is, whatever it was, figure it out, brother.
But this Texans defense, I knew that they were going to beat up Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I told y'all that when Will Anderson was in college. I said he is the one to pick.
And they picked both of them.
Right.
Amen.
I don't know. I can't guarantee many things. But that one with that RoboCop arm, you ain't gonna miss. You ain't
then
gonna
they
miss.
added Danielle Hunter. So now you just add in guys. They added a bunch of dudes on the defensive front that can beat you one-on-one.
Stingley. I mean, it goes on.
It's a bunch of them. I counted. 7 defensive tackles.
That is a.
They played 7 defensive tackles.
It ain't safe. It ain't.
And then on the back end, you got Kamari Lassiter from Georgia.
Ask Aaron Rodgers how he feel right now.
Numb. That boy getting up off the ground over and over and over and over again.
Oh, and I'm going to retire? Go ahead, give me that Toradol. Shoot me up. I don't want to feel it. I'm going to lay down. This is my last game. I'm out of here.
The Texans defense, the back end with Kamari Lassiter is intimidating as a cornerback. He was at Georgia, and when they drafted him, first thing Stingley said was like, yeah, he's different. He's bullying every receiver, including Nico Collins, who's 6'5".
Lassiter, Stingley, Petre, Will Anderson, Danielle
Hunter. Bullock had to pick 6.
Cheating. I hate when all these teams have 75. Kev, yeah, your fucking team too. How y'all have 85 different million players and they all be the best at whatever position they be. And then we got our guys, but we got one guy at every position. We got Drake London and nobody. We got Bijan and Tyler Algier. We got
Bijan, Algier out of there.
Yeah, we had Jesse Bates. Now we got Xavier Watts. But yeah, we be one and done. Y'all be 50. How y'all get all the good players? And then had AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon. I don't know what calculator I be using, but it cannot be the same one that they add salary cap up when it comes to other teams. It can't be
with the best O-line. But the Texans defense, I think the underrated group is the linebackers. Azeez Al-Shaair, number 0, the one that kept getting suspended at the beginning of the year last year, has figured out how to knock faces off from whistle to whistle. And now he is out there just destroying people. And Henry To'o.
How do you expect not to be the underrated group when that secondary is goddamn? And then you look at that D line and you're like, well, once again, that's Will Anderson. You need to always know where he is, but you should also know where Danielle Hunter is. And you only got 2 hands. So now you got to make sure that you got 2 hands and 2 eyes. You got to look at them both and then look at the whole secondary. Well, yeah, if I'm a linebacker, this looks like lunch to me. All I got to do is play my assignment.
All I got to do is just stay in this zone.
Right.
And then the best linebacker in team history is your head coach. Remember, D'Amico Ryans played for the Texans. He sacked Aaron Rodgers in 2008. So, like, the Texans are a scary team. They're the team to me that probably have the best outside of, like, the teams that are going to have to take the road way. They don't have any home games. I think it's the Texans, the 49ers, the Bills. I think the Texans are the best team. Craig Roman damn near runs the wing T. Yeah. That secondary was Velcro, and that front seven is relentless. Yeah, when you know that they can't throw the ball down the field, and of course, I mean, the Steelers don't really have. I mean, they don't have any receivers that's going to threaten.
It's a gang of guys coming out. Miami got a gang of guys that should be drafted. That Texas Tech linebacker should be drafted. Hey, man, you got to figure it out. The draft matters more than ever.
Oh, we almost there. Y'all know this is my time of the year. We got about a month.
Mock draft king, baby.
Draft McGee. That's me. I'm gonna be out here mock drafting I think I'm gonna do that every week, just like I did last year.
Don't worry. I didn't already started NBA mock drafts. We got 2 picks in the first round, baby. Baby, you don't know what it is.
That's the post. That's content. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of episode 215. That took us to a whole nother decade, Jesus. 2 decades. 2,000
right.
episodes.
2,000 episodes. That's a goal. That's a goal.
We covered Hawks Talk and the mic check. Please go back and listen to the mic check. If you're listening to the playback, we talked about the NCAA football semifinals as well as preview the national championship. Make sure you tune in Saturday morning live where we pick those games. We also went over Falcons news and notes as well as wild card weekend in NFL. Nor we didn't get anything. Take us out.
We did not forget anything, but let's celebrate a couple of things. Billy Napier, you're fired. Raheem Morris, you're fired. Trey Young, you're a wizard. One step away from being fired. Yeah, things looking up around here. I'm blessed and highly favored. My God don't play about me. Shout out. Number one, more black baseball. Me and Reggie finna dive deep into these Braves as we prepare for this season. They don't have us as a top 10 team. I took offense to that. They do have the Phillies and the Mets as top 10 baseball teams. That does not make me happy. Number two. Shout out to Kev. Simon says holding us down in the studio in the back.
The dive team.
That is new. That is the new number 2. Shout out to Kev. Appreciate you, my boy. Number three. The historical black college and university your auntie went to, your cousin went to, you went to. Used to laugh. The person used to laugh, kiki in the back of church. Send some money to historically black college and university. Also, me and Reggie gonna have to talk about what's going on in Morris Brown. Very strange situation. That man got to school up and running, and then they fired him today without cause. We will be back. We will have more. We will discuss. Number two, historically black college university in your neighborhood. The one you go to for homecoming, step shows, drink up all the liquor, eat up all the chicken, go look at whatever you might need to see over there. Send some money while you're looking. Support HBCUs. And then finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world, the one that gave me a degree, gave Reggie a degree, gave Kevin a degree. The Hampton University, all we asking for is $18.68 on behalf of the year that we were founded. Outside of that, thank you guys for rocking with us. I am going to throw a parting shot here. It looks like the Cavs lost to the Utah Jazz.
Pew pew.
Like
pew pew, Tremaine.
Might have got dubbed. But yeah, that I didn't expect that, especially after Danny Ainge hustled y'all like that. Outside of that, adios, mi amigos. God is love. Until we meet again, y'all be safe. We out this thing.